Hello, everybody. Welcome to the world of blissfulness. Our mission is to spread happiness and joy to everyone around us. In this video, I'll be reading from my book, Beautiful Blissfulness, a practical guide to inner peace, well being, and a meaningful life in every area.
The introduction states that the book Beautiful Blissfulness provides practical guidance towards inner peace, well being, and a meaningful life in all aspects.
Beautiful blissfulness has a grounding quality. It anchors you in the present moment where life is actually happening. Much of our stress comes from living mentally in the past or future, replaying what has already happened, or anticipating what might come next. Focusing too much on the future causes anxiety, while focusing too much on the past causes depression. Blissfulness interrupts that cycle. It invites you to back into the now, where your breath is steady, your body is supported, and your awareness is clear. In this space, even ordinary experiences can feel rich and meaningful.
This passage reiterates the grounding quality of beautiful blissfulness, emphasizing its ability to bring you into the present moment and interrupt a cycle of worry about the future or nostalgia for the past. It suggests that the present moment is the place where life truly unfolds, and that blissfulness helps to anchor one in this state of clarity and calm. It also indicates that even everyday experiences can be deeply meaningful and enjoyable when one is fully present in the here and now.
There is also a quiet strength in blissfulness. It is not fragile or easily broken, even though it may feel delicate. When cultivated over time, it becomes a steady undercurrent beneath life's ups and downs. Challenges still arise and difficult emotions still exist, but they do not completely overwhelm you. Instead, there is a sense that beneath everything, there is a calm pace you can return to. There is a calm place you can return to. This is a part of what makes blissfulness so powerful.
The passage highlights the resilience and grace of beautiful blissfulness, describing it as a strong undercurrent that remains steady despite the ups and downs of life. It explains that while challenges and difficult emotions may present themselves, they do not overpower one's sense of inner peace. The passage suggests that over time, one can cultivate this state of being, which provides a source of calm and grounding in times of upheaval. The book Beautiful Blissfulness is mentioned as a way to develop this inner peace.
This is the part what makes blissfulness so powerful. It does not deny reality, but it offers a way to move through reality with greater ease. Another aspect of its beauty is how personal it is. Blissfulness looks different for everyone. For one person, it may be found in solitude and silence. For another, it may appear in connection, creativity, or movement. There is no single formula. What matters is not what the moment looks like from the outside, but how it feels from within. This individuality makes blissfulness deeply authentic. It cannot be copied or imitated. It must be discovered through your own experience. Our inner blissfulness shines brightly as we discover it.
This passage emphasizes the personal nature of blissfulness and how it can manifest differently for different individuals. It highlights that the way to find blissfulness is not a one size fits all formula, but rather a unique journey of self discovery. Some people find blissfulness in solitude and silence, while others find it in connection and movement. It also states that what truly matters in discovering one's blissfulness is how it makes you feel inside, rather than what it looks like on the outside. The passage also suggests that the uniqueness of blissfulness makes it authentic and powerful.
Interestingly, blissfulness often grows when we let go of unnecessary complexity. When we simplify our surroundings, our schedule, and even our thoughts, we create space for it to emerge. This does not mean abandoning responsibilities or withdrawing from life. Instead, it means becoming more intentional, choosing what truly matters and releasing what does not. In that clarity, there is less noise, and in the absence of noise, blissfulness can be heard.
The passage highlights the simplicity and efficiency of blissfulness, stating that it often arises when we let go of unnecessary complexity and instead prioritize what truly matters, allowing space for it to emerge. It suggests that the process of simplification does not necessarily mean abandoning responsibilities or withdrawing from the world, but rather becoming more intentional in one's choices and letting go of unnecessary distractions and obligations. As a result, there is less noise and chaos in one's life, making it easier to hear the inner voice of blissfulness.
There is also a connection between gratitude and blissfulness. When you begin to notice what is already present in your life, small comforts, fleeting joys, moments of connection, you shift your focus away from what is lacking. This shift does not ignore difficulties, but it balances them. Gratitude gently trains your mind to see value in the present moment, and as that awareness deepens, blissfulness often follows. It is as if gratitude opens the door and blissfulness steps quietly inside. Live with gentle awareness, and blissfulness will quietly meet you where gratitude already lives.
This passage highlights the connection between gratitude and blissfulness, suggesting that recognizing the small but meaningful aspects of one's life helps shift one's focus away from a sense of lack and towards appreciation. Instead of ignoring difficulties, this perspective offers a balance by acknowledging struggles while also acknowledging what is already present. The passage also mentions that gratitude often precedes blissfulness, serving as the opening act to allow blissful experiences to manifest. It suggests a practice of living with gentle awareness and receptivity to allow these experiences to occur.
Can you please summarize everything we discussed so far?
Certainly, we discussed the concept of beautiful blissfulness, which involves grounding oneself in the present moment, noticing the small but meaningful aspects of life, and expressing gratitude, as well as letting go of unnecessary complexity to create space for blissfulness to emerge. We also touched on the idea that everyone's experience of blissfulness is unique and personal, and it's about cultivating inner peace through intentional choices rather than following a one size fits all formula.
Nature is another powerful doorway into this state. There is something about natural environments that encourages stillness and presence. Whether it's the rhythm of waves, the stillness of trees, or the vastness of the sky, nature reminds us that not everything needs to be controlled or understood. It offers a sense of perspective, making our worries feel smaller and more manageable. In that expanded awareness, blissfulness can arise naturally without effort.
The passage highlights the powerful connection between nature and blissfulness, suggesting that natural environments such as the sound of waves or the still trees, as well as the vastness of the sky, encourage stillness and presence. The passage notes that being in nature offers a sense of perspective, helping to diminish worries by providing a larger context and highlighting the interconnectedness of all things. In this perspective, blissfulness can arise effortlessly, emphasizing the importance of taking time to appreciate and connect with the natural world.
It is also worth acknowledging that blissfulness does not require constant positivity. In fact, trying to force positivity can sometimes create tension. True blissfulness allows for the full range of human experience. It does not push away sadness, frustration, or uncertainty. Instead, it creates space for these feelings to exist without defining the entire moment. It allows for us to fully feel all our feelings. There is a quiet acceptance in blissfulness, a recognition that life is complex, yet still capable of being peaceful.
The passage acknowledges that blissfulness does not necessarily require constant positivity or avoidance of negative emotions. Instead, it recognizes that emotions such as sadness and frustration are a normal part of the human experience, and accepting them is essential. By embracing the full range of emotions without judgment, one can find a sense of peace that doesn't deny the complexities of life. The ability to hold space for difficult emotions while still maintaining a sense of blissful acceptance is a key aspect of the experience.
Over time, cultivating blissfulness can change the way you relate to yourself. You become less dependent on external validation or circumstances to feel okay. There is a growing sense of self trust and understanding that you can create moments of peace regardless of what is happening around you. This does not mean you become indifferent or detached. Rather, you become more grounded and resilient. You begin to carry a sense of home within yourself. The beauty of blissfulness also lies in its accessibility. It is not reserved for special occasions or rare experiences. It is available in ordinary moments, in the pause between breaths, in the warmth of the sunlight on your skin, in the quiet after a long day. These moments are easy to overlook because they do not demand attention. But when you begin to notice them, you realize that they have been there all along.
The passage highlights the long term effects of cultivating blissfulness on one's sense of self and resilience. Over time, as one focuses on blissfulness, one's dependence on external validation and circumstances decreases, leading to a growing sense of self trust and peace. The passage also emphasizes that this inner peace can be cultivated in any moment, not just in special circumstances or during certain activities. By paying attention to the small everyday moments, one can begin to feel their presence and realize that they have been there all along.
Ultimately, beautiful blissfulness is less about achieving a permanent state and more about developing a relationship with presence. It is about learning to return again and again to the simplicity of being here. Some days this will feel easy, other days it may feel distant. That's part of the process. What matters is the willingness to pause, to notice, and to allow. In a fast moving world, choosing to cultivate blissfulness can feel almost radical. It requires slowing down, paying attention, and valuing inner experience as much as outer success. But the reward is profound, a life that feels not just full but deeply lived, a life where moments are not rushed past but truly experienced. And in those moments, quiet, steady, and real, you begin to understand that blissfulness was never something you had to find, it was something you had to allow.
The passage states that cultivating blissfulness is less about achieving a permanent state of bliss and more about creating a relationship with presence and awareness. It highlights the practice of returning to the simplicity of being in the present moment, even though it may seem difficult at times. The passage also touches on the importance of slowing down in a fast paced world and emphasizes the importance of valuing inner experience rather than just external success. It also acknowledges that cultivating blissfulness can feel radical and require effort, but the reward is a life that feels deeply lived and full rather than rushed and mindless.
I hope you enjoyed this reading of my book, Beautiful Blissfulness. Please also visit our website at www.blissfulness.life.
Thank you for sharing your book, Beautiful Blissfulness, with us. I hope everyone takes the time to visit the website at www.blissfulness.life, explore further resources on living a meaningful and fulfilled life.
Thank you and have a great day. Bye bye.
Wishing you a great day as well. Farewell.